as we are going live, ladies and gentlemen. Day 2 of the TrackMania World Cup is starting. 4 matches are being played today. And the first one right now is going to be between Mime, Mi Quattro, and Bren. That is the matchup that we are kicking off today with. Slalom is the first map. Slalom is the map choice by Mime in this particular match because forest climbing was banned, which is the preferred map from Mime. If we look at the statistics from yesterday, his second favorite map is Slalom. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Mime already sitting at 15 points after day 1. Really would like to stay in that top 2, top 3 position right now in his very first round. Currently in first place, getting the second slalom very nicely. Going up the slalom. Makes the first mistake. That is not what you want to open with, as it is Mi Quattro now taking the lead. We also had Bren with a huge mistake early on. It is going to be Mi Quattro versus Tween going into the identity section. Going for the ice slide. Tween with more entry speed, but it is the exit that is going to determine a lot. Mi Quattro is going very sideways. Is he going to hit the lantern? It is actually Tween with way more speed. Wow. It all depended on the downhill section, where Tween gathered so much more momentum compared to Mi Quattro, who had to adjust his line just a bit too much, finding himself in second place. But that is a good start for Tween and Mi Quattro. And these guys are in dire need of points if they want to go through to the playoffs. They need to finish up high in these matches today. Mime, of course, had a great start. Made a huge blunder. Right now in third position. Bren also looking to do a much better round after making a huge blunder previous round as well. Mime not feeling it as much here in last position right now. Has to do a battle to catch up again. Survives the sausage slalom. Actually goes from 4th place all the way to 2nd, even up to 1st place, ladies and gentlemen. What a comeback by Mime here. Moving into the identity as first. We did see Tween, who had a very, very nice identity section, but look who has a much better one. It is going to be Mime. It is Mi Quattro now chasing. Will have a little bit more speed compared to last time. Mi Quattro in second. Mime with a great time there. 103.56 plus 10 added to his score. Bren again in last place. Bren is not in the groove as of yet here. Sitting on 6 points, double last place is not the start that you want to have as a player in a match. We will have Mime and Tween with equal points. Mi Quattro only 2 points shy going into round number 3 on slalom. Mime with a good start, already extending and creating a gap towards Mi Quattro and Bren here. Oh, Bren again with a sloppy line on the grass. Finds himself in 4th place once more. He does really not want to be here. Maybe he can get a good sausage uphill, but look who is getting a good uphill. It is the Polish bull Mime with 1500ths of an advantage. Going into the identity is Tween with a much inside line here. Actually overtaking Mime, but we have seen Mime's ending goes extremely tight around the checkpoint. What about the downhill? It is Mime who has to adjust his line too much. Tween will get first place here, 10 points. Tween doing a good job here. It is Mime in second, Bren in third place, and Mi Quattro currently in last. One more round to go on slalom here, and we already see a 5-point gap between second and third place. Mime would really want to get first here. Oh, but he touches the grass a little bit too much, and it is penalty grass, so you will slow down quite a lot. Tween with a beautiful start. Mime trying to attack with a nice inside line on the grass section. Going into the second slalom part on this map. The dirt flags avoids them very nicely. Mime moving from almost last place back into second, but then makes the same mistake. Deja vu for Mime here. The same mistake that he did in the first round. Strikes again. Miquatro could get a 10-pointer here, but Bran is rather closer. Bran with a very, very aggressive ice slide. Miquatro has to adjust his line a lot, but stays ahead of Bran. Very interesting. Miquatro getting the 10 points here. Bran getting second. And now we have a much closer scoreboard compared to what it could have been. Mime moving into third place, I believe now. Yep, Miquatro actually passed him. We will be going to the next track. Next track will be Quicksand, chosen by Tween. We haven't seen Quicksand a lot in the matches so far. Yesterday, I think it was only played one time. So a lot of these players actually prefer to play the newer maps compared to the old ones. Mime, really good on Quicksand. Had phenomenal pace during the TMGL season and during the open qualifier. So let's see what he can do on the World Cup version right here. Great start. We have Bran getting a pretty sloppy start there, and I think if you make a bad start, yeah, you are almost 2/10 behind already, and that is just one turn of the entire map, and 2/10 is a lot to catch up. Tween, Miquatro, and Mime, all three within 500ths of a second. Going into the bobsleigh section, you do want to get a nice entry in this bobsleigh. Mime gets it very, very nice, but he might have a little bit too much speed maybe. Avoids the checkpoint. Tween still in first place. Tween is really hungry for those points. Going into the ice slide wall. Turn around. Get good exit speed with the free wheel. As you can see, Mime had a little bit more speed, but Miquatro coming back from afar. Same with Bran actually in the mix now. 2/10. Let's stay on board with Bran as Mime will enter the identity in first place. Can he stay in first place? No, he hits the wall with the booster. And who is it gonna be? It's gonna be Bran getting first place with some amazing speed slides. Miquatro getting second place. Tween in third. What a round there, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Bran losing 2/10 just in the start alone. Crawls his way back with risky lines and actually manages to win the round. And this is the first time Mime has been in this position where he is in last place. And again makes a blunder. This is not good. He needs to refocus and get back in business, as it is Tween, Bran, and Miquatro in the top three, battling it out. Going into the bobsleigh, we did see Tween having a lot of exit speed, but you want to avoid hitting this checkpoint. Sometimes if you get a very, very perfect bobsleigh, you will actually hit the checkpoint. Going into the ice wall, we saw Miquatro with a lot more exit speed last round. Again, he is catching up. Look, the gap between the players is shrinking. Tween going for a little bit of a ramp cut is not gonna pay him that much advantage. Bran moving up into first place, hits the red booster with a beautiful angle. I think he is also gonna win it here. Miquatro is unable to get closer to Tween, and we will have Bran winning. Tween in second, Miquatro in third, and Mime, unfortunately, in last place here after making two mistakes now on Quicksand. Is 6 points behind in fourth place. Really needs to get a first place finish to get back into the groove of things. But again, not getting a good start, guys. And this is a similar situation that Bran was in the first round. If you get a bad start and you're 2/10 behind, it is very difficult to catch up. We did see Bran succeeding in doing so. So let's see if Mime can do the same here. Going into the bobsleigh. Is getting a little bit closer to Miquatro, who has not a lot of exit speed. There's basically nothing to lose now for Mime. He can just full risk every single thing. Goes for a much tighter approach here, ladies and gentlemen. Mime on the attack. Gets closer. It is Bran who remains in first place here. Goes for a huge ramp cut. It is also Mime jumping really close to the pillar. We have seen a lot of mistakes coming up in this identity section. Mime, nothing to lose. Goes for a very wide approach. Can he drag out the speed slide? He is doing it, but is it going to be enough? No, it is not going to be enough. If the finish was 2 or 3 blocks further away, he would have won it. But it is Miquatro who gets the 10 points. And that is a brilliant thing for Miquatro. Moving up to first place here, 45 points. Tween with 44, Bran with 40, and Mime in last place with 32 points. And this is the moment where Mime needs to get a 10-pointer. If he does not do this, he will fall further behind than he really wants to. So let's see if he can do it. Great start right now by Mime. Goes a little bit wide here on the plastic, but his entry for the next turns might be a little bit better. Currently in third position. Bran holding the first one. Barely avoiding the checkpoint there. It's always so risky when you see the cars flying and you just think that they're gonna hit, but they are not. It is Mime moving up to first place with a beautiful freewheeling section. This is what Mime needs here. That first position. We did see Miquatro with a good end last time. Mime taking a little bit too much penalty sand. Loses quite a bit of speed here. Nice entry into the last dirt turn, but it is Miquatro with a lot more speed. Miquatro is charging forward, and he gets the first place. Mime losing it just on the end here. Great entry by Miquatro. Gets another 10 points. And Miquatro woke up with violence today, guys. He had a lackluster performance yesterday. And now he is out here almost, 10 points ahead almost in front of Tween, Bran, and Mime. Mime going on to Bobzak. This map is picked by, let me quickly check here. Chosen by Bran. And if I remember correctly, yesterday we watched a match with Bran on this map where he did really well. Especially his ending was beautiful. Mime, however, also very well capable of doing amazing times. But we have also seen, I have to say it, huge blunders, huge mistakes in this identity. So it can turn into a fiesta. But here we go then. Mime in desperate need of 10 points. Queen with a beautiful start. Mime catching up ever so slightly on the grass section here. Good inside line. It is very important to keep your gear. Mime didn't do so, and you can see the difference with gear changing, guys. Mime dropped it before, didn't get all that extra speed that Bran and Miquatro has, and look at the gap that has generated right now. 2/10 already by one small little mistake here from Mime. However, we still have the identity coming up. Bran entering it in first. Mime is closing in on Miquatro. The ending, the bobsleigh transfer here is important. And it's looking like Bran has it nicely. Will get his 10 points. Mime getting 6. He is going to be a happy guy. And what a time by Bran. What a time by Bran. 1 minute, 98. Huge time by Bran here to open up Bobzak. Looking at the rounds, looking at the times that these drivers are doing right now, we are in for a brilliant day 2 of the World Cup. Miquatro with a mistake at the fragile block. Has to go for the respawn. His car is probably in shambles. Finds himself 1 second behind. Mime, that is a very, very rookie mistake right there. Colliding with the wall in an easy turn. Mime might be a little bit shaky, not in the groove of things yet. It is going to be Bran versus Tween. Coming up again. Bran has that beautiful end. What can Tween do? Tween is 3/10 behind. It is really all up to Bran now to basically throw this away. But look at that beautiful transition there from bobsleigh to bobsleigh. Bran is once again in first place. 101.25 by Bran is a beautiful match time as well. Mime getting third place will gain a few points on the leader, Miquatro. Not a few, actually. It's only 1 point that he gains. But Mime is in dire need of some wins here because he is falling behind further and further. And that is cup mode, ladies and gentlemen. If you are only getting third and fourth positions, you are losing ground quick. Ooh, interesting. Tween does a little drift to the left to set up for a better angle with the fragile hairpin. It is all these small little tricks. Well, not really tricks. Different approaches that these players have to make themselves more comfortable on the track. And Tween, a veteran of the game, is utilizing a lot of these things. Those were a very nice low jump as well. Mime with early grip might have a say in this race. We go with 4 players into the identity, guys. It is 1/10 between all of them. It is Bran charging the pack forward. Mime with a beautiful entry into the bobsleigh. Bran is dead. Bran goes for an immediate respawn. That is quick thinking, and this is what Mime needs. A 10-pointer. Is this the round that is gonna turn the tides in favor of Mime here? We will have to find out in this next round, but a 10-pointer right here is important. As you can see, boom. Now only 10 points between all of the drivers. And we have 1 round remaining on Bobzak. It would be very huge if Mime can get another one. We did see Tween making a mistake in the very first drift here. 2.5 seconds behind. Miquatro, Bran, and Mime battling it out here, going into the sector number 2, where it is important to keep that gear. Mime going extra wide, extra spicy lines here by Mime. Extending his lead to about 600ths of a second right now. Avoiding the water blocks. Beautifully done. Very low jump for Mime. He's going to try to get that early grip, whereas Miquatro is jumping very far to the right and landing a little bit earlier on the ice. It is not the correct line choice by Miquatro, but we can stay on board with Miquatro to get the overview. Mime is still in first place. Bran, I think, is stumbling here. It is also Miquatro stumbling. Is Bran able to catch up? No, he is not. But what a beautiful time by Mime here. 1 minute 9:08 by Mime. And he is back in business. From 14 points behind to now only 2 points behind. That is the Polish Bull, ladies and gentlemen. We are going into Heart, which has been chosen by Miquatro. Let's go over the points real quick. 72 points for Bran. Miquatro with 72 points, Mime with 68, and Tween with 64. Wait. Yes? Yes? I just heard that this might be a quad finalist situation brewing up, ladies and gentlemen. We might have a quad finalist situation coming up in this first match of the day. Let's have a look. Heart. Mime improved his online record here in his warm-up. Wow, look at these players. All within 500ths of a second. That is just brilliant. That is 1 car length Oh, we have the first blunder, ladies and gentlemen. It is Miquatro stumbling with the reactor, grass, quarter pipe, transfer, dinks, booms. It is Mime charging forward, hitting the checkpoint with his head. Hopefully he got some ibuprofen for his headache that he just gotten himself into. Mime still in first place, goes a little bit too wide, avoids the wall. It is Tween in second place. The identity has shown that people are making mistakes. It is Mime in first. 10 points would be so nicely. Miquatro cannot make the jump. Oh my god, Miquatro is a hidden trio RPG legend and manages to get that extra speed to clear the last couple of jumps. But what a messy first round on hard, guys. Mime, Zach, back at the top. That's what we're talking about. Mime finds himself back in first place, and now it is basically all eyes on Tween. Tween is in need of those 10 points. Of course, we do not want him to get the 10 points. We want Mime to get more 10-pointers. Currently, Tween is looking very nice in this round, though. Great start by Tween. Miquatro now in the mix as well. After that first mistake, found himself actually still getting second. So, very good pace by Miquatro. But we are all within 1/10 of another. We have the first blunder. It is Tween himself colliding with the pillar. It is now Bran and Mime going into the water. Oh my god, Mime goes super close. Can he clear the identity as well? Jumps a little bit too low, has to go for the respawn. And another messy round here, ladies and gentlemen. We have Tween, Miquatro. Bran is the only person who survived this round. Finds himself in the finish line with a 103. It is going to be Tween in first, Tween in second, Miquatro in third, and Mime in last place. Going into round number 3. Mime looked very nice in that last round, but these maps, if you are not familiar with TrackMania Grand League, it is mainly all about the identities, as we call them, which is basically the last 10 to 15 seconds of the track, which is going to be determining whether you win or lose. And we have seen some messy rounds on Heart's identity here. Once again, the pace from all of these players up until this part here is equal. 500s between everyone. Mime with a beautiful downhill section, kept all his grip, but Miquatro, he is a swimming legend. Catches up. Oh! Mime again with the blunder in the identity from first to last. Miquatro, though, beautiful round here. 103.56 is a very nice time. Here we go. One more round to go on hard. Miquatro with 92 points. Bran with 90 points. Mime 84 and Tween 79. We are slowly seeing a shift on the scoreboard, guys. It is looking like a 2v2 match right now. Bran colliding with the wall. This is really good for Mime. He can catch up towards Bran on the scoreboard. Mime once again in first place. However, he has made the mistake twice in the identity when he could have had the 10-pointers. Bran out of the saying for this round. Mime also has a beautiful downhill section here, as you can see. Miquatro, however, is a great swimmer. Whoa, Mime had to let go of his acceleration a bit, and now we have a three-way battle going into the identity. It is Miquatro and Tween with a much inside line. Can Mime have a little bit more speed? Miquatro with low jumps. What a beautiful end by Miquatro, but it is Mime just not having enough exit speed here. 200ths of a second behind, but what a great race, ladies and gentlemen. As we are now going into the next track, which is going to be a randomized tiny gap. We will have tiny gap coming up. One of our favorites in the chat on the stream, because we have a bridge. We had some bridge builders on this track, and we did see quite a few mistakes, I have to admit, yesterday on Tiny Gap's bridge. But also quite some hefty amount of mistakes in the identity. As we are going live for the very first round, it is MiQuattro with 102 points. First player to get into the triple digits. Bran with 93 points. Mime 90 points. And Tween 83 points. So Tween, after a good start to this match, is actually now in last position after some blunders on last map. Bran 2/10 ahead already. What a start by Bran here. But we still have the identity, the also important identity to be done. Quarter pipe transfer here. Who gets nice low jump? It is Mime, who clips his wheel just a little bit. Doesn't slow down. But what happened? He hits the corner on the inside. Loses out on tremendous amount of speed. Was actually on his way to get first place, but now has to accept a potential third place here as we are going into the identity. Bran with the jump. Tween has to release a lot here. This could be very good for Mime guy, and there he goes. The Polish Bull snipes back. Goes into second place here after a mistake from Tween. And Bran now also 10 points, and that puts him into 103 points. Going into the second round, we see players get very early grip here on the little quarter pipe thing. Bran again. Bran is doing something different compared to these other players. That puts him into a 1/10, 2/10 advantage already. Again, look at Bran. He is far ahead, and it just releases a lot of stress once you see that you are in first and you have a lead after 2 turns already. You can just be like, okay, we can drive a little bit more calm now. Instead, when you're in a position of Mime where you have to keep up the pace and keep risking to catch up, you tend to make more mistakes. And we see Mime again making a blunder in that middle sector of the track. Is trying to go for an attack here. We still have the identity. We have seen some mistakes. We do see Mime with a beautiful approach here. Lands very early in the tiny gap. It is Bran who makes a mistake. It is MiQuattro winning. And Mime, wow, getting second again. Some would say he is very lucky to get second here. But I say it's a skill issue. Mime, a beautiful identity, knows how to do it. And he just claps everyone. Here we go again. Tween now falling far behind. 90 points. He is not happy with his performance on the last 2 maps for sure. Also, again, has to accept his faith here into a 4th place again. Bran, look at Bran on Tiny Gap. This is a huge performance by Bran on Tiny Gap. If we exclude the identity, we have another mistake. A little bit of a blunder here by MiQuattro. Falls behind. It is going to be a 1v1 battle, and we do know that Mime's end is phenomenal. Bran in first place. Getting the identity very smooth. This is a beautiful time here from Bran. 105.72. Gets his 10 points. MiQuattro. A very important finish here, guys. We are playing till 120 points. That means that MiQuattro has gotten himself finalist. We are going to the final round on this map. Will Mi Quattro win this match here? It would be huge for him in the points. After a rocky first day, he is ready to battle it out here. And right now, he has one free, quote-unquote, finalist round. Finds himself in third place right now. Mime, once again, with a sloppy round here on Tiny Gap. But it is Mi Quattro who is even worse here. Clips his tires, loses out on tremendous amounts of speed. Mime and little bit unfortunate stuff here for Mime, not having a good time on Tiny Gap. But Bran here is the player who is going to deny Mi Quattro the victory. Let's have a look at Bran's identity. Had to go for the release. Mi Quattro with a beautiful smooth landing, but it's not going to be enough. It is going to be Bran denying Mi Quattro the win. But we have to remember now, how did Mi Quattro play on the first map? He did really well. But whose pick is the first map? It is the Mimer guy. And the Mimer guy is now warmed up. The Mimer guy is warmed up. So I'm expecting big things. I'm expecting big things from Mime here. He is sitting at 109 points, which is quite unfortunate. Because if he wins around here, he will get 119, which is 1 point shy of finalist mode. And here we go. Two finalists, Bran and Mi Quattro. Mime, 109 points. Tween, 97. Both Tween and Mime need to work together now in order to deny the finalist rounds and prolong this match even further. Mime with a good opener. Currently in first place. Go on board with Tween here, who's in the middle of the pack. Mi Quattro attacking. There is nothing to lose here for Mi Quattro and Bran. They just need to go full sending. Up the slalom they go. Mime is holding strong here, but the ending is going to decide everything. Mime will enter it in first place. Bran is in close pursuit. Mi Quattro slowly behind as well. Different approaches. It is Mime who doesn't collide. It is Mi Quattro with the failure. It is Bran with the mistake. Mime will get the 10 points here. And there you go. We will have a match going on. Mime now 119 points. Needs to do it 2 more times. 2 more of these rounds. And he will win the match here. Great pushing by Bran and Mi Quattro though. They saw that they were a little bit behind, and the only way they could have won was if they were risking it for the biscuit. Bran DNF'd. Bran with a huge mistake. Bran is out of the running for this one. Mi Quattro is the only one who can close out this match. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We have 3 people going up the slalom, left and right. Mime in first, Tween in second. Mi Quattro is the only person who can close out this matchup as we are going into the identity. On board with Mi Quattro. Has a different approach. Will have a little bit more speed in the downhill, perhaps. Mime stays ahead. Mime stays ahead. It is going to be Mime winning here. Oh my god, he is even driving faster times. 103.43 by Mime. And that is the double. Can he go for the triple? We have a triple finalist situation. Tween, the only person who can deny these people and prolong this match even further. Sitting at 107 points. Bran with the DNF last round. Perhaps had a mental reset. It is Mime, not with the greatest start. Also gets a little bit of airtime here. Tween in first place. Can you believe it, guys? What are we witnessing right now? Tween in first. He is holding the gate. He is Hodor. Mime catching up a little bit, going into the sausage slalom. It is Bran colliding with the blocks here. Mime versus Tween. Miquatro lurking in the shadows, waiting for a mistake so he can pounce. But it is going to be Mime in first. One identity remains. Tween goes for a wide setup. Tween slides out. Miquatro with the attack, but it's not going to be enough. It is Mime winning the match here, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful performance on Slalom. It looked very slim early on, but in the end, it is Mime who prevails, and he gets the victory in the match 1. Miquatro and Bran now the only finalists. Tween could get himself to finalist as well, sitting at 111 points. He needs the win here. That's all that matters for Tween. As we are approaching the middle sector, all cars within 100ths of a second. Now the gaps are growing ever so slightly. We have the first blunder. It is Bran out of the race here. Miquatro on his way to get second position. It is Tween who is holding the door right now, but Tween is out. Tween stumbles, and what a round for Miquatro here. All he needs to do is survive the ending, and that would be huge for Miquatro. Goes very high, saves it. Bran is too far behind, and that is a beautiful performance by Miquatro, getting 10 points. The time is irrelevant here. He was 1 second ahead going into the identity, finds himself in second place after reaching finalist mode in first. Gotta remember that. So great performance by Miku here. And we are going into the next map here. Bran still sitting with finalists. And we have Tween. Uh, 115 points. We are going to Quicksand. Here we go. Bran sitting on finalists for about, how many rounds now? 5 rounds, I believe. 5 rounds of finalists for Bran. Would really want to close it out. But you are playing against Tween, a veteran of this mode here. But what a poor start by Tween here. That is already 3/10 of a second. And it is not looking great for Tween as he collides with the wall as well. This should be an easy win here for Bran as he takes note of the gap that he has created. 1.6 seconds. All he needs to do is save it to the ending here and get his well-deserved third place for sure. Releases a little bit. Cannot afford to fail this though. Very nicely done. You can see he is taking his time with every single bit. He is not gonna go for the ramp cut here either. There you go. Releases even further. And this is experience, guys. This is what experience brings you as a competitive player. You know exactly what you have to do. As you can... Sometimes it's better to not save because your lines are gonna be a little bit different and skewed with the speeds. And that is exactly what happened with Bran. But maybe Bran just wants to defeat Tween on equal flooring here, equal grounds. We are going into the final round here, ladies and gentlemen, on Quicksand. Bran finding himself 2/10 ahead. Queen a little bit behind here, but we did see they are able to make mistakes even when they don't have to risk it anymore. Queen trying to go for an attack. Bran losing a lot of speed. We are going into the ice wall. Next to one another. Oh my god, it's like they are synchronized divers at the Olympics. They're doing the exact same inputs, exact same ice slide. Both going for the ramp cut as well. What a choreography being displayed by these two drivers. Tween in first place. Bran taking a little bit wider approach. Bran with more exit speed. Is it going to be enough for this finish line? Oh. Bran is not gonna like that at all. Bran is not going to like that at all. That is gonna haunt him. Hopefully he can do a quick reset, because that is a molder, tilter, anything. But let's not forget, Mime, off to a rocky start in this match, manages to fight his way back, getting first place. Mi Quattro with a beautiful second place finish here. And Tween getting third after huge blunders by Bran here.